take measurements of where the decal originally was. So when you put a new decal on after restoration, it will be in the genuine position. This is how to fix a catcher. Get some of these dents out. Okay, so simple panel beating tools called a dolly and a hammer, and the dolly curved on the inside behind the dent. Doing that, get the actual shape back into the catcher metal. You'll see there's plenty of dents. So same again, put the curve on the inside up against where it should be and just give it a tap. And you can hear the different tone of the metal when you know you're actually hitting the hammer against the dolly, not just hitting the hammer against the catcher. If the dents are going the other direction, roll the catcher onto a flat piece of timber and just tap. The dent out that way. Okay, we've got the catcher back from the sandblaster and we can see some of the areas we need to tidy up, edges like this, and some of the dents now are a little bit easier to see without any paint shadowing them, and we'll work on those with the panel beating tools. Okay, the next step is to get yourself a nice clean board for your bog and to mix up some bog. I'll show you what I have here. Some 3M lightweight body filler, which we will mix together with some hardener. Okay, so this is your bog. Got a bit of oil there, you don't want that mixed up straight away, so you'll need to stir that in. Okay, here we have the bog and the hardener, and here I have an applicator. Mix the two together until the bog itself starts to turn pink and you cannot see any more brown or cream material left in the mix. So having a clean board allows you to scoop it up and not get jagged on any dirt or any other particles. And you can see there the colour is changing. Now, because I've used a large amount of bog, I will need some more hardener. The more hardener you apply, the quicker the bog will set. So if you don't get it on quick enough, you won't be able to use it and it'll be wasted. You can see there the pink is not mixed through properly yet. You need to make sure that's all the way through. Okay. All right. That looks pretty well mixed through. and ready to apply. Okay, we apply it in strokes like this, and you'll see you need to get nice smooth edges filling out. Now remember, the rougher the parts on the edges and the thicker they are, the harder it is to sand back when you want to get your finish right. Here we have the last of that batch of bog. Start up here, just smoothing it out like so. Smoothing out these rough bits. Make sure you get all of your bog off your applicator and onto the surface. No point wasting it. And I think we'll leave that to go hard. Now really, it should take 24 hours to harden up, and I think we'll leave it that long anyway. to fill in the pitted areas, this is what we use. Sometimes when you're not happy with the result, you just have to do a bit more filler to fill in and work your way back down to a level that you're happy with. Okay, here is some bog on the side of the catcher. When I sand this back, you will see the small pock marks of metal hole cavities that may have been caused by the sandblasting, and they will be filled by the filler and the rest will be gone. Just remember, with these parts, the more bog you apply, the more sanding you will have to do, because not much of the bog actually stays on the catcher on these parts. Okay, I'm about to start doing some wet rubbing on the catcher using sandpaper that is 280 grit, just slowly getting rid of some of the cracks and crevices that may be left, and we should be able to give it a prime after that and see what it looks like. Remember, when sanding, not to concentrate on one spot for too long and to move your rubbing motion around and following the flow of the shape of the mower, well, the shape of the catcher. First up, we do some dry sanding. Sandpaper grit is about 180. This is what you're looking to achieve, filling all the cracks that appear from using the rougher sandpaper. Okay, I've sprayed a thin coat of primer filler onto the catcher. Now I will be able to sand it back and we'll be able to see some of the high, low spots and some of the little crack and crevice that need to be filled. Okay, now that I have the catcher in a condition which I'm happy with, it's time to give it a sand with wet and dry sandpaper. I'm going to use it wet and rub it back ready for a primer. Okay, prior to priming, I'm going to wipe the catcher down with a product called Pretzel. It's a dirt, grime and grease remover. You don't need too much of it, because if you put it on too strong it will remove some of your preparation work. So you need to just lightly dust over the catcher with the Pretzel to remove any grease, oil or finger marks.